Well, look who's here to give you more, perhaps, bad news. Hello, everybody. My name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the One-Maned Teenager, the Snowflake, and the Rambling Idiot. And today we are talking about a big one, which I've seen people making the mistake thinking that this is changing, or there's some good news for us when we get to the end of Mass Effect 3. Now, I know the title just says Mass Effect Legendary Edition won't change the ending, and then here you see of the article. Let me just bring that up real quick there. Yeah, it's because I didn't want to make the title that long. But this is what we're talking about. We are talking about Mass Effect 3's ending, the ending to the trilogy, on how it's not changing at all. And I'm a little late on this. This article was posted back in the beginning of February, but I just got around to it, and I've read this a while ago, and I've just been meaning to get to it. And I've been getting comments thinking of people thinking that the ending is going to be altered or changed in any way. Guys, I hate to give you the bad news, the sad news. This is just me clearing things up for you when you buy the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. The original Mass Effect 3 extended cut ending is the ending you're getting, and there's nothing changing or being tweaked about it. Okay, it is staying the exact same as when you saw it back when Mass Effect 3 came out with the extended cut back in 2012. Call me crazy, but I'm going to do my best to convince you guys otherwise, because we have this comicbook.com/gaming article to give us the cold hard facts. So, how do we start? Where do we start? Right from the beginning. Ever since it first released back in 2012, the ending of Mass Effect 3 has been controversial, to say the least. In fact, it proved to be so divisive at the time that developer BioWare ended up later releasing a state of DLC called the Extended Cut to tweak its conclusion just a bit. Now, with the studio returning Mass Effect 3 all these years later via the new Legendary Edition, some fans have wondered whether or not BioWare would try to rectify the ending even further. Based on what we have been told, this won't be the case. In a new conversation with members of the BioWare team, we've inquired about the ending of Mass Effect 3 and whether or not it would receive any further alterations in this collection. BioWare's Mac Walters, the project director of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, said that the extended cut is the sole offering available when it comes to Mass Effect 3 and that no further changes have been made to it. Okay? Nothing has been changed. Walters went on to explain that the extended cut already represents the adjustments that BioWare wanted to make with the ending back when the expansion first arrived nearly 9 years ago. You finish a game, and there's things that you wish you'd have been able to do or things that you wanted to add on, Walters explained. To me, the extended cut was really that opportunity for us to add a little bit more love and a little bit more context around the endings. To me, that is part of the canon. While this isn't exactly shocking, it is interesting to know about, especially with BioWare's next Mass Effect project being in development. Based on the teaser trailer that we saw of the next installment of the franchise, it looks as though it could tie into the final events of Mass Effect 3 in a major way. As such, it stood to reason that BioWare might look to tweak the ending of Mass Effect 3 even further here in the Legendary Edition if it could help segue into the next game much more easily. But alas, it seems the studio is perfectly fine with the extended cut being the game's true ending. Well, there you have it, folks. That is the answer to our little riddle here of the Legendary Edition ending not changing for Mass Effect 3. And it's going to be the same thing with Mass Effect 1 and 2. The endings aren't going to change in any way. Now, trust me, I'm with you guys too on the, before this even was announced, came out, just when it was in the rumor mill, that the ending might get tweaked a little bit because it was such a controversial thing, and they had the they did have the opportunity to make it even better with the Legendary Edition, but that is not the case, unfortunately. And how does that make me feel? Well, coming from me who has played all the Mass Effect games the day they've been launched, like many of us have also done, that it was hard for us to swallow that pill when we first saw the Mass Effect 3 ending without the extended cut. And then the extended cut, I don't know, maybe it's more insult to injury or salt to injury, I guess, or the damage was already done and no matter what they did, fans were still crying over the sheer multitude and magnitude of what they offered us in the original ending. Now, if you have not played the original ending to Mass Effect 3, you're in luck. If you played Extended Cut back in the day when it first came out, then that's, or when Mass Effect 3, you were waiting a little bit until the ending got better and you never got to experience the original, then that's great. If this is going to be your first time playing Mass Effect 1 through 3 Legendary Edition, or just Mass Effect 3 in general, you're in luck, because a lot has happened to Mass Effect 3 when it came out. Back when it came out in 2012. They have tweaked it a lot on making you able to achieve the best ending, and no matter what, obviously you get the extended cut. So, how does that make you guys feel? I hope for the ones that have been hoping, I'm hoping, a lot of hope in this, the ones that originally thought when they saw Legendary Edition that they will be getting the change to the Mass Effect 3's ending. Like, how do you guys feel that now for a fact that this is not happening? You are getting what you got with the extended cut back in 2012. Me personally, I think they could have added a little bit more. This was the best opportunity, especially when the next Mass Effect game was going to try to get more people involved. And the Legendary Edition was their way back into the fold. So I'm hoping myself, as a fan of the franchise, I'm hoping myself can get past it as well. Of course, I may just be making it worse than what it is, but it really was a divisive thing that happened with the Mass Effect franchise back in 2012. It was huge. Huge enough to where BioWare was like, oh, maybe we should just do something else to add a little bit more flair to the ending. And henceforth, the extended cut was born. Anyway, folks, I just want to let you know, just wanted to clear up the fog, the smoke, the dust. Wait until that clears up so we can see the actual product we're getting with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Comment. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this and how this makes you feel. And if you had the option of working on this, and you had the option to make the Legendary Edition extended cut ending even better, what would you have done? And to kind of, make people that are going to be playing this for the first time to not have to experience such horror. I know, I'm being over the top right now, but, bear with me here. And I have been your host, NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, and the rambling idiot. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe to the NikoTheLegend channel. We got past the 800 subscriber milestone, and we're slowly on our way to 1,000 subs. I appreciate it, guys. I know I usually say this in the beginning of the video, but I'll do it here. It's fine, just because I forgot on the fly. So if you like what you saw, NikoTheLegend is here on YouTube. I got a Discord, Twitter, and Twitch as well, and I hope to see you guys again. It's been fun. Take care.